way. Today I do what I love to do when I have time. It's Saturday, so I'm gonna make a meal for us, for me and my lovely companion Christina, and also we have a couple, a friend of mine with this lady friend coming for lunch. So we're gonna eat around 12, maybe 1. So I have a few things going on. So I wanted them to have a little taste of some salmon with the red wine sauce, olive, delicious. And then I have some eggplant. I want to do slice, breaded, fried eggplant. I don't think they ever have anything like this, so hopefully they love it. I think they will. So as you see, I have quite a few things going on here at the same time, and actually I love it when I cook like this, active, make it happen, and make a meal for family or friends. Remind you, I'm not a chef, I just want to show people it's easy, it's not that hard. Of course, this is not a meal that I make on a day when I work. This is typical for the weekend. Here I go now. Maybe Christina can do some carry on with what I'm doing, because I'm going to get busy. Just it's going to get intense. And this is the sauce for the salmon. So I have over here is crushed tomato. I use it for both of them. And so one is going to be the salmon, and then I'm going to make a typical red sauce, like if you will, spaghetti sauce with crushed tomato, and I'm going to put in it beef and pork, which is over here. It's defrosted. So here I go. This pot over here is going to be for the spaghetti sauce. Let's go. So crushed tomato in.
And you already have in there olive oil and sauteed onion. And for this one, for the salmon, you have olive oil with garlic.
And that's what you gotta be careful, that's what I'm saying. I have a lot of things going on. So I want the stuff to get burned. So I have one going right here, the salmon. And this one over here is going for this. So now the crushed tomato is a little bit thick, so you can include the salmon a little.
Also, so you don't waste all that beautiful sauce.
And just kind of rinse it off the can so you can get the tomato out of there. No waste. Food is expensive, so no waste. So this is the beginning of cooking over here. Try to get all the bottom, put it out. So this one over here, also we put a little bit of the other can. I'm going to rinse into this sauce. Right now I'm trying to figure how much sauce that I needed for the both things. I opened up 2 cans, but I have some over there in case I need to hit something. So at this point, what I do, I start to...
So that's some leftover that you had saved prior?
Yeah, there's more there if I need it. And just a sprinkle a little bit of salt, black pepper. Just spice it up any way you want it. I do some oregano spread, especially if you want it with the fish. Just see that thing. Like, you need a degree, chef degree to do this. This is very simple, and spice it up any way you want it. Okay. This over here, sometimes I like a little bit of lemon pepper. And some, getting some flavor here for the fish sauce I'm doing. Okay, so at this point, for the fish sauce, I will use olive, black olive and green olive, slicing and chopping up. Sometimes I hit a little bit of the water because I needed to dilute the sauce. And there she goes.
And adds a little flavor to the sauce too.
More flavor from the olive, from the green olive.
So instead of using from the can, you're using the actual flavoring in the olives.
Okay, so this one, we're going to bring now this to cook. And right this one. Okay, the red sauce, for the fish with olive and everything, I like to put a little bit of red wine. Any wine that you drink it, use it. There you go. So, how much? Not a lot, like a quarter of a cup. Just for a little flavor. Good stuff. What we're going to do is we're going to make the sauce, for like spaghetti sauce. You can make meat sauce. And today, we can take what we're doing beef and pork. So the pork and beef first, before I put in the sauce, I wanted to boil a little bit. So I'm boiling water in a pot. And there you go. A minute and give them like a quick boil. You don't want to try to cook them all the way. Just to give it a little boil to get rid of the foam or whatever. Just so you have a nice cleaner taste. Okay, so right now I put the beef first. I will bring it to boil for like a couple minutes and then do the pork the same way. Okay, you put that aside.
Ready?
Already, yeah.
So the beef you've had in there for a couple minutes, so it's gotten a chance to a little bit cook, also get the foam off. And what you're doing is you're straining it so you can add a little extra flavor by frying them.
And with some garlic. Yeah.
Ooh, with garlic. As you can see, like, they're not fully cooked at all. It's the first stage.
This is like we're preparing food for special friends. Okay, so there's the pork. Goes in there. Nice chunks. My friend Jean likes the pork. It's just a request. He says, Joe, when do you want to make the sauce with the pork? Okay, today is the day. Okay, so wash my hands, so definitely when you handle meat, careful. Okay, so we got things going. The meat is going to go frying pan with a little bit of garlic, and then into the sauce. The fish sauce, right now we're going to shut it off. Let's see, right here, and I want to get this time of the way. We're going to go back to this after a while. We got it right now, a lot of things going on. So, this stays in there out of the way. This one we're going to bring to boil.
That's the pork.
And this, now we're going to switch like, take this out of the way a little bit. And put the frying pan right. And you want to see, okay, I'm going to do it. Get them out of the way here, so you can still video everything. This is going to boil.
In the frying pan, he just has a typical vegetable oil. Just some frying oil. There's the garlic.
Okay. And now we'll give them hot. We're going to sear the meat to give it some flavor. Because every time you fry something, the taste great.
So you just let the garlic start to get a little bit of a golden color before you put the meat in and heat up the pan?
I use this as soon as it doesn't splash the kitchen. The pork meat is coming to a boil, and the other one, the beef, is being if you will, like saute in a pan. And it gets a little bit of coloring, frying with the nice oil and garlic. So now in the pot it goes. So we're gonna get one of this. Hey, that's one. Started smelling real good. You know, the garlic and oil. The meat comes out of the pot. Pork, big chunks. You see what I was saying about, this is just something that I learned from my mom, so the meat gets rid of when you boil, this kind of foamy, fat. So it's kind of like the meat has been cleaned. Oh, there's one little piece over there I forgot. Oh. Okay. So this gonna go into the drain sink when it's cooling off. Here we go. Now we're going to first we're gonna sear this part. If you could have smelled it. It smells great. Of course, when you fry pork with some garlic and oil, what's not to love? This is again just for splashing and give the kitchen a real messy.
Minimize the splatters for cleanliness for the kitchen.
So we got things going on. This one well. I hate a little more sauce, just so you can bring it up a little more, so I have a room for all this. And this is cooking right now with low heat. Keep the working here on this. Looking at the difference, when it gets fried. Look at the color over here and the other one. So we're going to get them this kind of,
Golden color.
Golden color and flavor. Look at that. Okay. So this when you do sear, the meat, when you sear the meat, you want to high heat. So you just kind of sear, give it a nice light brown or golden color, flavor, oil, garlic, and then you put them into it. It's kind of crispy. Okay, so the meat is ready. Look at it. Okay, so I will. So see, it looks like from how it was before. It was boiling, or it was ideal to sort of do some kind of pre-cooking, for the meat to that's a big old chunk. And then the idea to fry is give it this kind of sear, coloring, flavor from the oil and garlic. Definitely it does make a difference. So now from here, we put them into the salt. Look at that here. Very good. Big old chunk of pork.
And by pre-cooking it this little bit, you take down the cooking time in the sauce.
Yeah, now in the sauce, at least they're going to cook at very minimum 1 hour. Yeah, look right at this piece over here. That is a beautiful piece of meat. We put them in there. So remind you again that this is right now, I think I'm overdoing a little bit. We're only 4 people. And there you go. Let's see if it's going to cover. This is the challenge now, to have enough sauce. Okay. Looks like it's just about right.
And that's why you had to add a little extra sauce. Is
I put a little sauce. I was kind of trying to guess, to get the meat to be submerged into the sauce. And while, the camera was off, I had a little bit more spice too, like some little bit of fennel, a little bit of rosemary. So you can do your own, to your own taste, put as much spice or as little as you want. I might do, just one final spice. I'm gonna hit a little bit of, I don't like, real spicy food, but in this case I think just a little pinch of this is going to.
This is red pepper. Just a couple flakes.
Just a few flakes, not much at all. You can put more if you like hot, spicy food. Now we're going to give at least 1 hour, hour and a half, cooking it like a medium to low, just boiling lightly, simmering until the meat is tender. Hour and a half. I think it will be good. We'll test it once in a while, or pretty often just stir it. Go there. Make sure that doesn't stick at the bottom. Go there and move everything around. Do this often. I would say every few minutes. Don't let it go too long just cooking, otherwise sometimes it can create a sticking at the bottom and then it burns and you can have that kind of a taste into the food. Okay. Okay, so what are we doing now is, okay, we're back. We are making some eggplant. Eggplant is braided. So what happens is I slice the eggplant, as you can see, about a 1/4 inch thick slice. Then you have to put them in water, salt water, prior to do this process of braiding, because if you don't, the eggplant is going to turn kind of dark, change color. So once you do this, take them out of the water. It was in there for like 5-10 minutes. And pick up some of the salt, I guess. Then get rid of all the water. This is egg, a little bit of half and half, whipping, salt, pepper. Now we give them a quick dip into there, shake off all the excess. This is a typical breadcrumb, nothing special. I just use this as a container from the Parmesan. But you can buy this kind of breadcrumbs, it's kind of the Italian style, let's say, that has some spice in it. Just so the way it comes out of the container, I use a piece of plastic or a grocery bag. You can use anything you want, just to make it more simple. Then as soon as I'm done, I just toss everything in the trash. And the same as over here, I use a container, which is some things when you go to the grocery store, you buy some olive or stuff, they give you those plastic thing. They come handy, so then I don't have to wash the container. I just use it and get rid. So I do the process like this, so you can see, lightly breaded, and I'm gonna keep on doing. I have the old eggplant, and they give me like, I don't know, probably 20 pieces. This is the eggplant, partially peeled. I don't know why I do partially peeled. Kind of when I get done with the eggplant, they look like a zebra, let's say. Partially peel it, slice it, water, Now I want to bread the roll and then I show you the process of cooking. Okay, so now the eggplant, and I finished all the breading, which you see I have plenty sliced, like 20 pieces I think. This is just one eggplant. And so now they go into the frying pan. Oil, just use like any kind of frying oil will be good. And this one you want to fry at high heat, the oil needs to be hot. And check it. This one I cool them down. So when it's like this, I use a plate with a couple paper towels so they soak some of the oil. There you go. And I put it over here. Of course, now we're going to go to, I just want to give a little more. I'm going to raise it up a little more. So I keep it taking it out and put some other one in.
Yeah, the color difference. You're looking for that nice gold.
So, yeah, you want this kind of a golden into light brown or something like. Look at that. That's good.
Beautiful.
So the sooner I take one out, I put another one in. So we've been efficient with the pan. There's another one. You see, I just layer them over here so they kind of drain at least some off of the oil. Even though we love fried stuff, we know it's not so good for us. Okay, so while it's cooking the sauce, let me show you a little bit of pickle. This has been cooking already, the pork meat, okay, nice big chunks.
Pork and beef.
And pork and beef, okay. This kind of started getting softer. They've been cooking simmering like that for about 45 minutes. I'm going to give them at least another 45 minutes. Often I do this, just making sure that it doesn't stick at the bottom. Everything looks good. And it's cooking at kind of low to medium. Remember in the beginning of this special meal for friends and I wanted them to try some salmon, very different. Him, my friend Eugene, is kind of negative about salmon. He says, no, fish, I don't like it. I think he's going to be surprised. So I make it a small portion of salmon. So I have 4 pieces with 4. So the salmon from buying at the store, I just wanted to, well, there wasn't the old like an F salmon, so I cut in pieces, portion, and now I wash it. First, it was frozen, so I defrost it. Just rinse it off. Okay. And so the sauce that I prepared earlier, the olive, the black olive and green olive, and this. So it's a red wine, so tomato, crushed tomato, a little bit of red wine, olive, just olive from the jar, there's green and some black, but half and half, 50-50 mix it. So I'm going to pull it out of the oven and I show you now what I mean. And what are we going with this? So the salmon is washed, so I'm going to put a little bit of salt. Black pepper. Again, the spices, it's all up to you, whatever you want to. I myself like to put a little bit of
Turmeric.
Just a little sprinkle of this. Okay. So right now with the fish, he's going to get the salmon and gets soaking into this flavor. So this one was, oh, by the way, the eggplant, it looks delicious. To tell you the truth, I sample. I have a little piece. They give us 2 thumbs up. So, and there is here the sauce that I prepared earlier. So this now it's kind of been cooking for just a few minutes. So what I do now is put them back on the stove top, and then the salmon lightly floured, salted or seared in a pan, and then it goes into the sauce to finish cooking. It's not going to take long. I'll get back with you. The salmon, wash it. Okay. The frying pan is getting hot, the oil to fry. And now I'm going to just sprinkle a little bit of flour. Okay, so I put a little flour on the pan. And I shake it off a little. I should have drained them a little bit better, but you know me, I just do stuff.
Fast and efficient.
Yeah, I should have drained them a little more, but I can get it a little more like that. So you get to the idea, I want to just put a little bit of flour. I could have done a little bit of job with the flour and the fish, but as you can tell, you know, I don't do this with the intent to make a perfect video. Just to try to make it delicious. Okay, so the first couple pieces are going into the sauce. They still need to just touch a little more. You know, like all the burn on one side to cook a little hotter. So I see that, okay, now they really started looking pretty good. I can actually shut it off without trying to eat. So this one is cooking kind of medium. So now we want to simmer. The sauce is going good. So now you can see that I take off the lid. I wanted to reduce a little bit of thickening. It's a little bit kind of thin. So we're going to give it like another good half hour probably. So it should be a total of cooking in there for like an hour and a half at least. Hour and a half to 2 hours, I think it's plenty. Okay, so the fish is all in, it looks great. So now I just get some of the sauce and cover in the olive around top. They got plenty for olive, and the olive you put as much or as little as you want it. I like lots of olive. So the fish goes like this, like that. Okay, so now at this point, you know, this fish could be put into the oven. It will be good, or you can finish cooking in stovetop. That's what I'm going to do today. Well, let's suppose, you know, if I have it before do this recipe, you know, for other people, if I would have more people, let's say 10, I could use a baking tray and put like, you know, 10 pieces, 20 pieces, and do for more bigger group.